Hello, my friends. Welcome to week 2 of the challenge. We're going to go through the 2 people that submitted their videos for the challenge, SK and Mark as well. And we're going to give you a new video to work on for this coming week. I'm going to try to have people submit them by Sunday. I think that's going to be the way I run it from now on. You can send me a Google Drive link. You can send me the videos like these guys did, and I can watch it on YouTube. However you want to do it is fine. We'll make it work. But I think this is a really fun way of getting people to try new things and also kind of developing the community. So first up is my friend SK. And we're going to take a look at this performance here. And this is on a B chord. I love it. So one of the things that SK did is they altered the high note that they were using when they were walking down or walking up. So there was sort of the bass line that was happening, which was really neat on the chord scale, which is one of the reasons I love the chord scale. And then as they were changing the root note on the lower half of the instrument, they chose different high notes. And this is a way that you're able to develop a song even further, even if you only have one little component of that. Having this style of playing where you're able to move both the root and the high note makes for a more interesting song. A lot of people get stuck on a particular area or a particular phrase, but whenever you move your root note, you can always look around for a note that works with it. In SK in this example, moved the origin point of the high note from the 8 and then moved it to the side 7, 6 as they were walking down the scale. So really cool use of that phrase. And it's amazing how different one pattern can sound across other instruments. And this is why I always say if you write a song, you should write it out, tab it out in the system that I use, and you'll be able to have a bunch of different songs from that. Sometimes I'll write something and I'll end up not liking the whole piece, but I like a component of the piece. So I'll take that and make it into something new and put it on a different scale. So really great way of expanding your repertoire. Next up, we have our submission from Mark. And thank you, Mark Manning, for doing this. That's amazing. So you can hear how different the 2 songs sound, and Mark changed around the order a little bit as well, so it's not quite as similar to SK's. But changing that lower end of the instrument, even if you're using the same sort of walk down on the top, 7, 6, 5, 4, or using that space that we had last week, it completely opens up your ability to create movement. You could not move the entire top half of a performance or a melody. and just alter the bottom, and it's going to feel like you're moving through a song. You can kind of think of the bottom half of the instrument as the chord progression. If you were strumming guitar, you think about it as which chord you're strumming. So even if the melody and the high end of it is similar, it feels like a song. It has movement. And because the pygmy has such a nice bottom 3 notes, it's a perfect example for how you can transform one particular scale pattern and move it to another one. And it sounds like a whole different song. Like you wouldn't even recognize it from the original clip. So amazing work, Mark. Thank you for submitting that. I think that'll inspire some more people to create things with that. So now we're going to take a look at week 2's pattern. And I look forward to your submissions. You can send these in Google Drive. You can post them like Mark and SK posted as well, and I'll just watch them on here. But let's get to this week's pattern. Okay, here's this week's challenge. We're going to be using, that's my chicken in the background, he's broody. We're going to be using 3 beats this time. And I'm going to use the center, or the ding if you're using a handpan. We're going to pick a note for the left hand that's on the bottom 3 notes. And then we're going to pick a note on 5 and above for the next one. And we're going to do that 4 times, and then we're going to change it to another set. So the first example is going to be center to 5. Now we're going to swap to a different relationship. I'm going to do the 1 and the 6. Now I'm going to do center, 3 and 7. And I'm going to come back to where I first started, center, 2, 5. So again, that's center 2, 5 4 times. Center 1, 6. Center 3, 7. Back to the first one, center 2, 5. So basically, right hand stays in the center. We're picking a lower note for the left hand, and then the right hand's reaching out for a higher note, 5 and above for that. So make sure to tag me in whatever you create, and I will feature your video in next week's review. Talk to you guys soon. Stay well. Here's that same pattern on a handpan.